Hey guys, this is Austin Dennis with a very exciting announcement. For those of you that don't already know, last Sunday, October 1st, I launched my cybersecurity company, ShieldWorks Cybersecurity. Basically, it's just a small business designed to help make sure that other small businesses are secure. And the way that we do that is through 6 different services. Number one, consultation, vulnerability scanning, penetration testing, security awareness training, phishing assessments, and social media reviews, basically designed around security. So we're doing all these things, offering all these things, and it's not just me. I've got a couple different people that have offered to help me out, basically in the event that I get overworked. And if there's ever something that comes up maybe that I don't feel qualified or able to do, I can pass it off to either one of these people that are helping me out. But essentially, what I want to do is rather than talk professionally or try to promote the business on here or anything like that, I kind of want to just make a series basically talking about what it's been like starting a business, what goes into it, what my goals are, what my strategies are, and just kind of be real with you guys, and really talk to you. I feel like YouTube is the one place that I can go that I don't really have to be professional necessarily, even though I kind of am, but it's just a place where I can casually go talk to people that maybe care a little bit more and want to follow my journey a little bit closer. And really is just another avenue that I can come out and, just create content that I like creating just for the sake of doing it. So essentially what I want to do is on a weekly basis, just come back and share what's going on and share how the business is doing, how I'm doing, how it's all working, and just let you guys in on this stuff. And maybe if you're interested in starting a business or you want to know what's it like in 2023 to start a business or what's it like to start a cybersecurity company, I hope to share insights from my journey for you. And so maybe you can look at mistakes that I'll probably inevitably make down the line and come up with ways to not do that. Or you can just kind of follow along and maybe see if this is something that you might be interested in doing someday. I just want to be able to share this with you, be real with you, let you know what it's like behind the scenes, and tell you about what's going on. So essentially, before I tell you about what happened in the last week, I want to tell you about basically what the last 2.5 months have been like. So I was driving one day and I was working for a different company that I'm not working with anymore. And I had a job that I was doing, I was traveling for, and I was just kind of thinking to myself, I really think that I could start a business. I think that I could be successful with it. I feel like I've got a really business-minded personality, just really, not trying to talk myself up or make myself sound amazing or anything, but I feel like I'm really driven and just constantly wanting to do something and constantly trying to push for the next thing and work really hard and just get something going. And so starting a business just kind of seems like something I really wanted to do. And so I took my wife out to lunch and we went to Panera Bread and we were sitting and talking and I was like, I think someday I could start a business, and I'm kind of talking her up on the idea, warming her up on it because, I don't want to go into something like this alone. I want, my family to be on board with it. I want those around me and my personal life to be on board with it. But I was talking to her and basically just saying how I think I want to start a business. And she's like, that'd be something cool to do. And so basically, she went back. She got some of our kids that were staying with my grandma at the time. I came back home. I went on to the state of Ohio, which is where I live, and saw what you needed to do to set up an LLC. And I just started an LLC, So ShieldWorks Cybersecurity is the name. I went to check. I was looking all over the United States to see if there's any ShieldWorks Cybersecurity company in the United States. I don't think there's a ShieldWorks Cybersecurity in the world. So I started ShieldWorks Cybersecurity LLC. And basically, as she got home, literally that moment, printing off of the printer was the confirmation basically that I paid the fee to register as an LLC, confirmed that I was registered as an LLC, and I have that today. And so I was telling her about it. She just kind of laughed, like how ridiculous it was. But so basically from then, the very next day, I got a website. I started designing that immediately. and was really just immediately had the idea in my head. This is not something that I'm going to launch tomorrow. I'm not going to tell people, hey, I just started a business, or hey, I'm about to start a business, or anything like that. Kept it extremely quiet. There were a few people very close to me that I shared basically, hey, I'm starting a business, I'm working on it, this is something that I'm working towards, and basically just kept them in the loop of things. But in terms of announcing it publicly, not even close. So I've been working on it slowly, getting professional emails set up, really outlining specifically what the services are going to be, figuring out legal aspects of it and how all of that stuff's going to work. Basically protecting myself, in addition to protecting the people that I'm working with, doing everything that I can to just make sure that everything's done right. I'm crossing all my T's, I'm dotting all my I's, just really working at that. So until about 2 weeks ago or so, I guess it'd be about 3 weeks now, I was just casually working on it behind the scenes, slowly getting things together, slowly keeping organized and working on it. Really started to ramp it up in the last few weeks, mainly because I just really wanted to get it done. I was paying for the Google Workspace accounts that I was using. I, had different things that I bought and I was paying for to use for penetration testing that weren't really getting any use. And it was like, well, I might as well just start getting my money out of it now and start working on it and get things going and, work on this stuff. So I really ramped it up to the point where I was probably between my full-time job, that I'm still working, by the way. I didn't just quit my job and go all in on this. But so between my full-time job, between some tutoring that I do throughout the week for different CompTIA certifications, and between the job that I'm starting with this, I was probably working around 90 hours a week for like 2 weeks straight. So I was dead tired, and finally I got it ready to launch. Basically, I started a Twitter page, I started a Facebook page, and I started a LinkedIn page. Got a bunch of scheduled posts ready and started it out. And as of last Sunday, October 1st, it has been launched and it's in the works. So basically what I've been doing to try to spread the word, number one, took advantage of the LinkedIn profile that I already have, where I've got a little over 4,000 followers on there, and just, shared the business on there, basically shared and explained what I did, and just explaining the different services I was going to offer and explain it. I shared the LinkedIn page on my LinkedIn profile and was asking people to follow it, inviting some of my connections to follow it. Facebook, I did something a little different. I hadn't really been on Facebook in like almost a year, and so I kind of just like randomly popped back on the scenes and was like, hey, I'm starting a business, do you remember that I even exist still? And so I got back on there, started that, and I made a video of myself, which I'll show you right now. Did you know that 60% of small businesses completely shut down within just 6 months of experiencing a cyber attack? Did you know that 43% of all cyber attacks are directed against small businesses? With the rapid expansion of artificial intelligence and our increasing dependence on technology, experiencing a cyber attack is no longer a matter of if, but when. The median salary for a cybersecurity analyst is $112,000. Unfortunately, this leaves most small businesses completely out of the game when it comes to addressing their cybersecurity needs. I started ShieldWorks Cybersecurity to help bring the necessary level of security to small businesses in the exact same way that the corporate enterprises have theirs. At ShieldWorks, we offer a variety of services to address exactly what your business needs. We refuse to sell you services that do nothing for you but take money out of your pocket and put it into ours. Check out our website at www.shieldworkscyber.com to meet with us and experience what it's like to receive affordable cybersecurity. So that video, I paid $50 throughout the entire last week to get it out there for people to see. Basically just announcing the business and announcing that it exists and that it's a thing and for people to know about it. And I specifically targeted people in my local area, the Central Ohio area, just for people to see it, for people to be aware of it, and for people to do it. And Twitter, I have no plan whatsoever, and I'm still trying to figure it out. Of the social media accounts right now, LinkedIn has 204 followers. Facebook has 56, which isn't bad, I guess. And Twitter has 3. So Twitter, I have no idea. I know that there's people on there that like they have Twitter figured out, locked down. I don't know how to use it, you know. I'm slowly figuring it out. You know, obviously I know how to use it, but in terms of like getting the name out there, getting the, you know, the name Shieldworks Cybersecurity, getting the account out there, getting people to follow it, creating good content on Twitter, it's something that I'm struggling with. So if you got any tips below for how to help me out with that, I would greatly appreciate it. But basically, what my plan is just for people to be aware of Shieldworks Cybersecurity. And basically, long term, what I care about is that this business is successful. You know, that I'm able to be fully employed by it someday, that I'm able to employ other people, and that I'm able to give them great benefits and great pay. And, you know, I think that a lot of times in America, we look at problems that we have in society and we argue politically about things like healthcare and things like, you know, fair wages and living and insurance and, you know, just all the different discussions that we have politically. And while I think that we could sit and argue about those things all day, what really could happen that would work immediately is if companies were able to just start taking care of those things themselves. And that if individual companies were able to take care of their employees the way that they should be taken care of, treat their employees the way that they should be treated. And that's basically what my long-term goal is. I want to be able to pay people and pay people well. I want to be able to provide them with a very good insurance and not something that's going to break the bank for them to get it. If it even takes a penny out of the bank in the first place, you know, provide a good 401k match, provide good retirement plans, and basically make this company something very hard to leave, you know, and that the only reason you do it is if you've got a once in a lifetime opportunity. You know, basically just solving a lot of these problems through a company doing it. And I want to take care of people and I want to make businesses secure. But in order to get to that point, people have to know that Shieldworks Cybersecurity even exists in the first place. So what my goal is basically to make as many people aware of Shieldworks Cybersecurity as possible. My goal from basically October 1st of 2023 to October 1st of 2024 is regularly producing content and becoming a trustworthy provider. And by doing that, also behind the scenes, me continuing to work my tail off, learning more about cybersecurity, learning from other people, earning more certifications, working really hard on other things, getting better at Python, getting better at hacking, getting better at defending, you know, anything, just to continue to provide a better service. And basically, my hope is as I grow, the business grows. As this YouTube channel grows, the business grows. As LinkedIn grows, the business grows. Basically, just as everything grows, it all compiles together into this business. And then with that, I can take this and just, you know, continue to help other people and just help the community, help people's businesses be more secure, and help a lot of aspiring cybersecurity professionals find a place that they can work where they'll truly be valued and paid what they're worth. You know, so that's my goal. So if you ask me how many clients did I get last week, I didn't get any clients. What I will say though, is that I do have an opportunity in my current job to provide a lot of the services that I'm going to be providing for my business. And I get a lot of feedback from my job too. So what I've been able to do is basically use posts advertising the jobs that I can perform for businesses, you know, using some of the reviews that I've gotten from the way that I've done things at work, because you'll be getting the exact same thing, the exact same service, basically just showing people, hey, this is actually a good service that you'll really enjoy, that you'll find valuable. But, you know, you'll see me making posts saying like, hey, check this out, we offer phishing assessments. You know, would it be nice if someone reached out and requested a phishing assessment and I got paid for some of that work? Yeah, that'd be really cool. But more of what I care about is basically that people know, hey, Shieldworks Cybersecurity is a cybersecurity company that exists, and one of the things that they do is provide phishing assessments. What are people saying about them? That they do a good job. That's all that I care about. You know, why do you go to Google to perform searches? Because that's what you've done for the last 10 years. Why do you have a LinkedIn account? Why do you have an Instagram account? Why do you have a Twitter account? Because you're just used to that. You know, there are a lot of people that have issues with these companies, but they still use them anyways. Why? Because they're just used to it. That's just the way that people are. So what my goal is as a business is for you to know that I exist. The next year, that's all that I care about. So what I'm going to do is just every week give you an update, tell you how things are. This video is probably going to be the longest one by far unless something major happens, and I tell you about that. But essentially, all I want to do is just give you updates and tell you what it is. And as I'm going through this journey, tell you what it's like each step of the way. I want you to experience it with me when I get the first client. I want you to experience it with me when I'm making the post. I want you to experience it with me when things are going bad, so that you know what it's like. Because two, I want this to just be a resource for people to look at and, make the decision. Do I want to start a business, or do I want to just avoid that pain and, just work for some other company? It's not for everybody. But I hope that you find this useful. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll enjoy it as we go further on and look in the coming weeks, months, and maybe even years talking about this business and all that goes into it. So if you could do me a favor, I would love it if you would do 4 things for me. Number 1, if you're not already, connect with me on LinkedIn. I would really appreciate that. Every video that I've ever posted up to this point, I put that link down in the comments below. I would really appreciate it if people could reach out to me, connect with me on LinkedIn. I love to engage with people, and LinkedIn is like my main platform where I'm active. Follow my business on LinkedIn would be the second thing, Shieldworks Cybersecurity LLC. I would really appreciate that. On Facebook, if you're on Facebook, follow the Facebook page. More than anything, follow me on Twitter. If I could get any type of boost that I'm just having some people following that page and interacting with that content, it would help tremendously. So what I'm trying to do is just diversify the social media platforms that I'm on, get into there, get people just aware and know about the business, and hopefully a year from now, I can put a lot more focus on the sales side of things, a lot more focus on really going out and getting stuff taken care of that way. But right now, I'm just trying to get the word out, which is something that you can help me with too. So share this video, share those pages, let people know, hey, there is a business called Shieldworks Cybersecurity that offers cybersecurity services for small businesses. And that is all that I care about right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed my perspective and kind of see why I'm doing things the way that I'm doing them. If you got any tips or suggestions in the comments, just let me know down below, especially regarding Twitter. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for all that you've done and all that you've done to support me up to this point. I hope I can continue to create really valuable stuff for you.